Oshkosh Today, your connection to events and organizations in the Oshkosh area.
Hello everyone and welcome to Oshkosh Today. Our city has so many great events and organizations throughout this season, and we're going to showcase just a few of them on this episode. The Oshkosh Ice Hawks are in the studio to tell us all about their hockey organization. The Race for the Light benefits the Christine Ann Center and is a fun way to get in the holiday spirit. The Oshkosh Public Museum has decked the halls and invite you to come enjoy the holiday exhibits. The Nutcracker in the Castle is a great tradition this time of year and brings some holiday magic to Oshkosh. EAA's Christmas in the Air is a very unique opportunity to enjoy the Aircraft Museum this time of year. The Senior Center Golden Tones Chorus is gearing up for their annual holiday concert, and it's sure to impress. We'll wrap up the episode with a segment of Focus on Health with Aurora Healthcare, this segment focusing on plastic surgery.
Oshkosh Today. Oshkosh Today is supported in part by the Friends of OCM and Aurora Healthcare, 855 Northwest Haven Drive. Set design provided by House of Flowers, 1920 Algoma Boulevard.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us on Oshkosh Today, your source for all of the amazing local events and organizations that we have right here in our city of Oshkosh. I'm your host, Emily Springstroh, and we have a packed show today full of a lot of great holiday events as well as some organizations that are located right here in Oshkosh that are just wonderful. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into our first segment of the show. I have Michelle Rogers here from the Oshkosh Ice Hawks Hockey Organization, and she's going to tell us all about what they do and who they are. So Michelle, without further ado, welcome and thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yes, it's wonderful to have you, and we have you on a few times a year to kind of tell us what's going on and give us a little update on your schedule and your games and what we have to look forward to. So I guess, Michelle, first, maybe you can kind of just give us an overview of who the Ice Hawks are and what your experience has been with them.
Well, the Oshkosh Ice Hawks team is in Oshkosh, and we are made up of a few different high schools because we don't have enough players from one high school to be an elite team. Mm-hmm. We're made up of Oshkosh North, Lourdes High School, Oshkosh West High School. We have Ripon High School this year, and in the past we've had some players from Winneconne, Berlin, Laconia.
Oh my gosh, a big variety of schools, which is actually really nice to kind of get to know students from other schools, and it's not as separated as other high school sports are.
Correct.
So it's kind of cool that you have all these schools together. How did you get involved with the Ice Hawks, Michelle?
Well, I'm not from this area, so my niece was teaching at the Y Husky hockey program for like 3 and 4 year olds, and I put my son in that program because she's like, Aunt Michelle, Timmy really should be in this program. And then after being in it for the 3rd session, a lady approached me and said, hey, do you know about the Warbirds? And the Warbirds, or the Oshkosh Warbirds, is the feeder program for the Oshkosh Ice Hawks. Oh and so we have been involved in the Oshkosh Warbirds program, my 2 sons, for the last 10 years.
Oh my goodness. It's been like a ladder to make it all the way to the Ice Hawks, right?
Yes. And the Warbirds are very enthusiastic about getting you all the right education and skills you need to be prepared to play high school hockey.
Definitely. So you're a perfect success story then for those feeder programs that lead to the Ice Hawks. It's all kind of part of the same program. If you've got younger kids that are into hockey, it's a great stepping stone to get to that high school level.
And it's also really a lot of fun because the hockey season is during the humdrum time of the year, kind of. We start at the Warbirds level in late October, and with the Ice Hawks we just started in November, and it runs all the way through February to March.
Oh my gosh, it is. It's during the perfect time, and if any sport's going to get you pumped up, it's hockey because that's a high-paced, fast-moving sport. Very
Correct.
Cool. And my next question, I guess, is since it's not a high school, funded sport, hockey is kind of assumed to be one of the more expensive sports. So how can you operate? How are the Ice Hawks funded?
The Ice Hawks are funded through different programs that we offer. There's a player fee, and then also we put together a program book, which has different local businesses that purchased ads in the book.
Okay.
And then that brings us revenue, and this is our program. It has a schedule in it. It has a little picture and number for every one of the players.
How cool.
And so you can see what year they graduated, what school they went to, and we hand this out at every game. And this is one of our major fundraisers. And we're very appreciative of all the businesses in the area and all the individuals that buy ads for the book to help the Ice Hawks be successful. Then another program that we started last year is we have a card in which, again, local businesses
Ooh, I like the
took
looks of that.
little ads out on the card, and these are good in Appleton and Green Bay and Oshkosh. And this is totally ran by the players. So the players take ownership of this, and they're asked to sell 30 cards per player within a 2-week period.
Wow.
And last year, this program raised us $8,000.
Amazing. So definitely encourage people to contact the Ice Hawks to purchase one of those, because those are the types of things that kind of pay for themselves.
And
you
this
know.
fundraising program is going on right now. We just got our cards 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yay. And I see a lot of good restaurants on there, and it's really cool that you can use them outside of Oshkosh too. So if you're not happen to be in Oshkosh at that time.
And they
you
also
can-
make really good gifts for Christmas.
Yes. Good stocking stuffer.
And you don't have to live in Oshkosh to use them. Then
Definitely.
a couple other things that we do is we also volunteer one series at Waterfest, and that gives us, they have a tip jar there, and we also get a proceeds of the sales from Waterfest. Then we also do have a couple adult hockey leagues that we have, or hockey tournaments that we have at the Y, and they let us help, and they give us part of the money for that too.
Wow. So it's wonderful to see not only the team getting behind this, but the community as well. It's really great to see everybody all involved and supportive and everything. So Michelle, we only have about 2 minutes left, so I got to get into this season here. You got a busy season because it's only about a 2.5-month season, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so any highlights that we have to look forward to? I know one of my favorite highlights is going to be the Arrowhead games because I went to Arrowhead. But
So the last 3 years we played Arrowhead High School our first game, and they're a very competitive team. And unfortunately we didn't win the last 2 years, but with the growth and strength of our seniors on our team, we're hoping to have a very competitive game this year.
oh, it's going to be a good game.
And the last 2 seasons, we did make it to sectionals. 2 years ago, our record was 15-10-1, and last year, our record was 13-8-1.
Okay.
And so we did a really good showing with the strength that we have in our team.
Oh, it's only going to get better. You're growing as a team as those players get older and more experienced.
Yep.
And it's going to be such an exciting season.
So we really encourage everyone to come to the Y. The schedule is located right on the front of these cards.
Okay.
Or you can also find it on the website. And we're trying to get lots of more high school people to come, and it's been working out very well. We've been getting the name out into the high schools for them to come.
Yay, so exciting. And before we close out, I got to ask you, where can we get more information about the Oshkosh Ice Hawks? You got a Facebook page or a website or anywhere
We have a
can go?
Facebook page. We don't have a website right now. So that would be the best place to locate
Just
it.
look up Oshkosh Ice Hawks,
Yep.
and you'll get all your good information. I know
Yes,
you're always
you
posting
will.
great updates on there as far as the schedule and everything too. So, well, Michelle, thank you so much for coming in and telling us all about the Ice Hawks. We cannot wait to get the season started.
And thank you so much for having us.
Yes, we'll see you soon.
Okay, thank you.
Coming up next, we're going to hear about a really fun way to enjoy the holiday cheer in Oshkosh, all while supporting a wonderful, great cause. We'll be right back on Oshkosh Today.
It's not a charity, it's more than a charity. It's about helping people we live with. It's about being the type of person that the 6-year-old version of ourselves wanted us to be. It's about community and looking out for one another. It's about money, yes, but it's so much more than money. It's about friendship and common values. It's about opening doors when others are slammed shut. It's about giving kids a place to be kids and growing up knowing they live in a community that cares about them. It's about making sure that everyone gets to see the dentist, because we want to make sure that they have every last tooth and no smiles. Ultimately, that's it. It's about the smiles, old smiles and new smiles. It's about us, all of us, our community living united, because great things happen when we live united. Will you join us?
Welcome back to Oshkosh Today. Thanks again for joining us. Now we have a very special guest. We usually see him on our other channel, GovTV, during council meetings, but he's here wearing a different hat today to talk about a really great event that's coming up here in Oshkosh. I'd like to introduce Tom Peck Jr. Here to talk about the Race for the Light. So Tom, welcome.
Hey, thanks, Emily.
It's great to have you.
Good.
Every time I have you in here, I'm like, a whole year has gone by already.
Don't go there. Don't go
Yeah.
there. You know?
So we're here.
You've got a fewer rings on you than I do.
I know,
you know,
they keep
so.
telling me that, but every year goes by
hey.
and it's just faster and faster. We're here to talk about the Race for the Light, Tom, a really cool event, and maybe just start out, for those of us who don't know about it, tell us a little bit of an overview of it.
Okay, the Race for the Light, this will be our 14th year. And it was a little something that I thought up 14 years ago, obviously. And it was something related to Celebration of Lights. I was on the board of directors of Christine Ann, and we were going through the Celebration of Lights with our kids one time, being a runner. All of a sudden thought, hey, this would be kind of cool. So we put together a fun run walk for Christine Ann. Our first year we had 125 people. Last year we had about 1,200. This year we're hoping to do even better. So we've grown quite a bit over the years, and we've raised over $400,000 for Christine Ann Domestic Abuse Services, and hopefully this year we'll get up over $500,000.
Amazing. It's amazing how much the event has grown, and congratulations on 14 years.
Thank you.
That's really cool. And something that's so special about this race is that it's an opportunity to see the Celebration of Lights in a whole new way that you're not going to be able to see it any other way.
Right, because it actually goes it's a 5K fun run walk for families. You know, we want families to come down, groups of people. You know, they can put together a team. Your neighborhood, your business organization, social organizations, or whatever, you can do that. But the middle mile goes through the Celebration of Lights, so it's a way of really, like you said, seeing it in a different way. And hopefully this year we might get a little bit of snow, because there was one year we had a lot of snow.
Ooh.
Had to cancel the race. But there was one year that we just had a little bit of snow, just the perfect, you know, with the big flakes. And people were saying it was like running through a giant snow globe.
That's so cool.
So hopefully the weather will cooperate with us this year and we can do that. But overall, it's just a great, fun time. And like you said, it's an opportunity to see Celebration of Lights in a totally different way.
Yeah, it's
I want to
so
run
cool.
it someday.
Someday you'll
know?
run. You're kind of running around
I
in
run
other
it.
ways.
I always joke. I've run it for 14 years. I've yet to run it.
Yeah.
So, but
well, maybe you can pass the torch to someone at some point.
I don't know if that'll happen.
You'll have to
or
stop
not.
talking to
Yeah.
me then. But
No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Tom, the middle mile of the race is the Celebration of Lights,
Right.
but the other parts of the race are also really cool. You start out at the Boys and Girls Club, and you're able to kind of get a view of the Oshkosh neighborhoods as well.
Yeah, because we start on Broad Street, go down to Washington Street. All of the homes that are there are all decorated nicely, and then you come out of the park and then head back up Irving Street. So yeah, you get to not only, like you said, not only the lights in the park, but also all the lights throughout the city that are in there. So it's just, you know, and it's when we drive down the streets, yeah, we see them, you know, we notice them. But when you go by running or walking, you're going at a different speed. And it's totally, you see things more than you would normally.
Definitely. And you said running or walking, so you don't
Correct.
necessarily have to run. You know, people like me who aren't necessarily into the running scene of it, you can walk, and that means it's great for families. If you've got a stroller or something, you can maybe do that. And,
Yeah.
you know, little kids that might not make the whole race.
Well, yeah,
running.
and there's actually a lot of families that take their children with them. And this is another cool thing about the race, is that you've got all the other things that are going on in Celebration of Lights. Santa's there, you've got the petting the reindeer, those types of things. So the hot chocolate stand and that type of thing. So a lot of parents, they take their children, they walk through with their strollers, their wagons or whatever, and then they stop while they're going through Celebration of Lights, take in those sights, and then continue on. So
it's a whole experience.
yeah, we do provide a competitive run for those people that want that. We do have chip timing, but then we also have it, if you don't want chip timing and you still want to run, you can do that. Or again, you can come down and walk. And it's just more of just, the key thing is focusing on Christine Ann Domestic Abuse Services.
Yes, and that's what this race is all about. Tell us a little bit about what we're supporting by doing
Well, Christine Ann Domestic Domestic Abuse Services is the domestic abuse agency that serves Winnebago County as well as Green Lake County. Now, our mission is really focused on education and prevention. Yes, we're there for when we are needed to provide shelter, when there are incidences of domestic abuse, but our real true mission is to try and eradicate domestic abuse. And so what we're doing is we're raising funds for our educational programs. We go out, we have people that go out to the grade schools, to junior high schools, to teach about domestic abuse and domestic violence. And and it's been proven that those who witness it are much more likely to at some point possibly repeat it. So what we're trying to do is kind of end the cycle, address the issues now, but then end the cycle. And and it's just and with all sorts of agencies, funding is getting less and less every year, and so we really rely on these things to do this. And you can come out, have a great time, get some exercise, see something in a different way than you normally would, and contribute to a really, really great cause.
Right. You just cannot lose with this event. And I think you probably have already said this, but we got about a minute left. If you could just recap the date and time and where everyone's meeting for the race.
Right. The date is Saturday, December 3rd. It is at the Boys and Girls Club. You can park at the Oshkosh YMCA. Registration starts at 3 o'clock. The race will start at 4:30. Walkers will start about 5-10 minutes after that. You can go to www.christineann.net/events, and then you can register online there.
Oh, great. Okay.
You can also reach us at 235-5998 or at boswald, B and then Oswald, OSWALD, at christineann.net if you have any questions. We look forward to seeing all of our friends and supporters another year. And
dressing up as Santa is encouraged, I've heard.
We do have people that come in costumes, and one of my friends always shows up, and every year he's got a new ugly sweater.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
I look forward to that. But no, Saturday, December 3rd, Boys and Girls Club, race starts at 4:30. Registration starts at 3. We invite everybody to come on out, enjoy a fun day, and to support Christine Ann Domestic Abuse Services.
Wonderful. We so much look forward to it, Tom. And as always, thank you so much for stopping in and telling us all about it.
Well, thanks for having me here. And will I see you tonight upstairs?
Yes, you might see me wandering around up there at the council meeting. So we'll see you on GovTV too, Tom.
All right, good enough. Thanks.
Up next on Oshkosh Today, our annual visit from the Oshkosh Public Museum is here to talk about Deck the Halls. We'll be right back.
Oshkosh Media is government programming on GovTV, community programming on Life TV, community radio on Oshkosh FM 101.9 WOCT, online at oshkoshmedia.org, YouTube, and Facebook.
Babe, what is this?
This is a really inexpensive dinner.
These are cookies.
Satisfies all the basic food groups. Like dairy, grains, milk, vegetable, oil.
I'll cook next time.
Welcome back to Oshkosh Today, and as always, thank you very much for joining us. Now we have our friends Carla Sequeiros here from the Oshkosh Public Museum to tell us all about what they've got going on over there, which is every other day they've got something great happening. So without further ado, Carla, welcome back and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, it's great to have you. And I meant that. I mean, you guys are really busy over there at the museum and it's wonderful. There's no 2 days are the same, I can imagine.
That's right. We have a lot going on. We're finishing up some renovations out on the front lawn, beautiful new pathway, and inside we're still working on the new first floor exhibit or gallery. But today we started decorating for Deck the Halls.
Yay! I can't believe it's already here, and we just had you, actually I think I just saw you over at the museum a couple weeks ago for the Night Whispers tours, and now we're in Christmas mode. So how has it been going with the setup so far?
Pretty good. Yeah, it's the Christmas Village exhibit that's going to be on the second floor is all coming together very well. We're ready to open. Like I said, we're starting now setting up all the trees on the first floor and the garland and all the other decorations that just light up the whole museum.
Wonderful.
It'll be really fun.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite things in Oshkosh during the Christmas season. Can you tell us when it's going to be beginning? First off, give us a little timetable of when we can see this.
Yeah, the exhibit itself opens November 19th, which is a Saturday. But the Thursday prior, November 17th, our Oshkosh Public Museum Auxiliary is having their annual gala. It starts at 5:30, cost is $15 per person, and it's an opportunity to get a sneak peek and actually see all the beautiful exhibits in the museum at night.
It's like behind the scenes.
Exactly, right. Yeah. So to see it with it dark outside and have the museum just aglow with all the holiday decorations, it's beautiful.
Just like gives you a warm fuzzy feeling just thinking about it.
Yeah.
And something that's really cool about the Deck the Halls is the Christmas Village exhibit. Tell us a little bit about what that is.
Yep, Christmas Village exhibit is on our second floor in our temporary gallery space. It is life-size storefronts that we rebuilt to fashion old buildings in Oshkosh. Some are around, some are have long been demolished, but it kind of replicates the old idea of shopping downtown Main Street. You know, all the windows, you know, when you do the window shopping and you have the beautiful displays in all the windows. This year, the windows are going to be filled with miniature holiday trees. Oh. Each window will have a different theme.
How cool.
So we have one window that's Grinch.
My
love
favorite.
it. Yes, exactly. But, you know, we have from, you know, very elaborate, you know, beautiful pieces to fun pieces. Like, you know, think of your little kid ornaments, you know, for babies. So it'll be a lot of fun.
And that's what's really cool about the Christmas Village. I know we were showing video from last year, and your theme last year was different toys from each decade. And so that's something that people can keep in mind too, is if you've seen if you've been to the Deck the Halls before, you got to keep going every year because every year is something different.
Exactly. We change the Christmas Village every year. The one thing that does stay the same, the storefronts stay the same. They just look different because of the items that are in the window. But we do also in the center of Christmas Village is our mainstay, which is a wooden toy circus. It was built in the 1940s by a local family, the Magnusons, and it's just incredible. It was all made by hand, and when you look at this, it's hard to believe that
so
somebody
cool.
crafted this. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you could really sit there for an hour just looking at the toy circus itself. And give us a little history. That was made quite a while ago.
Yep, 1940s. It was made over a series of years. So the Mr. and Mrs. Magnuson made it for their sons, Carl and Jim. And that was, you know, a little bit time of depression, and they couldn't afford toys, so they started hand making the toys. And it turned into a big family affair. When the boys got older, they started creating pieces.
So cool.
So, yeah.
One of my favorite parts about the Deck the Halls is that little circus.
Yeah.
It's kind of like taking a step back in time when you go into the museum like that. Got about a minute left, and I've got to ask you what the costs are associated with this exhibit. What can we anticipate if we want to enjoy this?
Yeah, Deck the Halls is our way of giving back to the community. So we offer free admission for all children under age 18, and all adults are only $350. So that runs from November 19th all the way through December 31st.
It does not get any better than
It
that.
can't
I mean,
get better
it really
than
doesn't
that.
get any
Yeah,
cheaper than that.
yeah.
So it's such a great opportunity, and you could really, spend a day there just looking at all of the wonderful things that you have on display. It's a great opportunity to see the museum in a whole different way.
Yes,
And
yes.
you can kind of get a little bit of a peek at the new exhibit coming up. I know we got like 30 seconds, but you always have updates on the website.
Yes, yep, People of the Waters is right now it just looks like a big gray box because you don't see the behind the scenes work being done on it. But that will we're looking forward to that opening the end of next summer in September. We'll have a series of special programs and activities and events to mark that grand opening.
Like I said, something new every day over there. It's wonderful. Really quickly, where can we go for more information about the museum?
Yep, OshkoshMuseum.org.
Okay, and you've got a wonderful Facebook page, so I'm
Yes.
sure we'll be seeing lots of updates with Deck the Halls too.
All right.
All
yeah.
right, thanks so much, Carla.
Thank you.
Coming up next, the Paine Art Center will come alive during the holidays as the Nutcracker in the Castle takes over the property. We'll be back with more Oshkosh Today right after this short break.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty
and justice for all.
Our disabled veterans pledged to sacrifice life and limb to ensure our way of life. Now, they deserve our support. Find out how you can help disabled veterans in your community. Visit DAV.org.
Welcome back to Oshkosh Today. Thanks again for joining us. And now we have a great guest in the studio here today to tell us all about one of my favorite events in Oshkosh every year, and that is the Paine Art Center and Gardens Nutcracker in the Castle. So I'd like to introduce Michelle Rector from the Paine to tell us all about this. So Michelle, welcome.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, it's great to have you today.
Yeah, thank you.
And I always look forward to having you guys in for the Nutcracker in the Castle. It's such a magical time at the Paine, and so it's just I'm so happy to have you here today. Maybe for those of us who might not be familiar with the event itself, can you give us maybe a little bit of an overview of what the exhibit is?
Sure. So it's our interpretation of the Nutcracker ballet. So what we've done is taken the fantasy story and create scenes within the Paine Museum for people to get immersed into the story of the Nutcracker.
Oh my gosh, and it's so cool. Each room is a different part of the Nutcracker story.
That's correct. So from the opening party scene to the Land of Sweets to the Land of Snow, and the Palace of the Sugar Plum Fairy, there really is a great way that we've found to turn those period rooms with the decorations of Christmas into the scene and our version of that scene.
And the trees, I have to say, are just amazing among all the other decorations. What is the setup like? Have you guys started setting up already?
We did. So about the 24th of October.
Oh my gosh.
And we've been busily setting up, and it takes us about 3 weeks to get everything set up and ready to go for the Nutcracker presentation.
Yes.
And then we open on November 18th and begin our self-guided tours to start.
Oh my gosh, so many. And there's a lot of different opportunities to see the Nutcracker in the
Definitely.
castle too. And it's quite a bit. It's all listed on the website to be able to see the pricing and everything. But let's kind of go through each option.
Sure.
You started out with the self-guided tours, which tends to be a very popular option.
Self-guided tours are probably the most popular option for people to take advantage of. It is a tour that you go your own length. You can come and do a quick walkthrough. You can come and spend all day. So those self-guided tours are Monday through Saturday, 11 to 4. And then on Friday evenings, we do a special self-guided tour called a candlelight tour.
That's the one I'm going to try this year. It sounds amazing.
Those are very fun. We as staff came up, kind of stumbled on that concept because when we were turning off lights at the end of the day and tree lights remained, that's when the glow of the Paine became very like a home. And so we thought that might be a brilliant way to have people come and see the Nutcracker.
Oh, it's like a dream.
It is, and it kind of feels like you're at home. And looking at the lights where the trees really take the presence, and then you have a little battery operated candle that you can take along with you. We dim a lot of the rooms regular lights so that really the trees stand out.
And that one you can also go at your own pace
That
as
is
well.
definitely your own pace. And we found that Friday evenings really are a nice way that ties in really nice to a visit to the Cupcake Cafe as well on a Friday evening.
Which is also one of my other favorite parts of the Nutcracker in the castle.
That is also, I think, many people's favorite. So the Sugar Plum Fairy on Friday evenings, Saturday and Sunday kind of welcomes you into her little cupcake cafe, and we feature cupcakes that we sell from Tamara, hot cocoa, and special appearance, of course, by Sugar Plum Fairy, which are great, are one of our great partners, Valley Academy for the Arts. They kind of trained all the dancers and the Sugar Plum Fairies to work in the cafe and be the hostess for us.
It's perfect. It's perfect. And the display alone is breathtaking,
It
too.
is.
And then, of course, we have the guided tours, which are wonderful if you've got little ones.
They are. I think they're wonderful for little ones or for little at heart. And we have great actors that we work with that help tell the story of the Nutcracker to you. And it's almost like a play in motion where they lead you from room to room, narrating the Nutcracker, our version of the Nutcracker story to you. You get to hear live music, you get some refreshments, and then it culminates with a performance by the ballerinas from Valley Academy for the Arts.
So cool.
And so for us, it's the best way to tie in the whole experience and really help bring it to life.
Yes.
So when the first part of your tour is on our process, and then on the second part of the tour, when you're upstairs, you can spend your own time kind of looking through. But because there's always movement with that play in motion, we really need to keep sensitive to the time.
Sure.
But the nice thing is for people that want to really come back and spend more time, they can take a guided tour and then they can come back on a self-guided tour. And so really kind of designed that they can each be a standalone experience or kind of work together.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Kind of a great opportunity. And we already only have like a minute left. So, of course, I'm not going to make you list all the prices because there are so many options. That's all on the website. What is your website where we can get that?
Thepaine.org. And we did a really great job this year putting everything that we needed to because of dates and holidays. It's all on our website.
And you can make reservations on the website as
well? Correct.
Perfect.
It's easiest to do. Just make your reservations for those actor-guided tours right online. Those are the only tours that you do need a reservation for.
Okay. And we got to give a plug for memberships, too. If you are a member of the Paine, you get great deals and all throughout the year. How do we become a member?
You can do that right on our website as well, thepaine.org. You can sign up to be a member. We do some incentives during Nutcracker in the Castle for members as well, so you get actor-guided tours are a discounted rate, and then self-guided tours are complimentary with your membership.
Worth it. Totally worth it. So wonderful. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for coming in. I cannot wait to get out to the Nutcracker this year. And
thank you.
Good luck with your preparation.
And it's year 10, so it's a great time to come out and enjoy.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
If you're looking for a new way to celebrate Christmas with your family here in Oshkosh, you can do it in the air with EAA. We're going to hear all about the Christmas in the Air celebration right after this. We'll be right back.
It's me. An accident in Mexico. I'm in jail.
Jimmy, is that you?
Yeah, it's Jimmy. I need money for bail right now.
In jail?
You need to send money right now. Please don't tell anyone.
Scammers are tricky and can pretend to be anybody in any situation. They seem like the real deal. They play on your fears. The goal? To get you to act fast. Check out if they really are who they say they are, even if they sound like a loved one. Heard from an imposter? Report it at ftc.gov/imposters.
Oshkosh Media is government programming on GovTV, community programming on Life TV, community radio on Oshkosh FM 101.9 WOCT, online at oshkoshmedia.org, YouTube, and Facebook.
Welcome back to Oshkosh Today. Thank you for joining us. And now we have our friends from the Experimental Aircraft Association to tell us all about the upcoming event called the Christmas in the Air, which I am so excited about. So I'd like to introduce Caitlin Brewer here from EAA to tell us all about it.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in today, Caitlin.
Thank you for having me.
So this event is really cool, especially for kids, but for all ages, really. It's called Christmas in the Air. When is it taking place this year?
Absolutely. Christmas in the Air is Saturday, December 3rd from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m.
And that happens right out at the EAA Museum.
Yep. Come on out, check out our museum. We have an amazing facilities team that decorates the entire museum absolutely beautifully. So not only do you get some great entertainment along with our programming, but you can see how gorgeous our museum looks during the holiday season.
Definitely. And for all these Christmas events, it's really cool because you get the opportunity to see the museum in a different way. So even if you've already been to the EAA Museum and you think you've seen it all, it's just, you've got to get out there and see the awesome decorations too.
Absolutely. We always are constantly changing our programming and our different exhibits that we have going on in the museum. So come check it out.
It's just a beacon in Oshkosh too. You know, you think of Oshkosh, EAA is definitely top of mind. Yeah. Give us a little bit of an overview of the event of Christmas in the Air. What can we kind of expect throughout the day?
Sure. So we start at 10 a.m. This is a free community event. We are asking for non-perishable food donations that will benefit the Oshkosh Area Community Food Pantry. So come on out. We have performances taking place by different musical groups throughout the Fox Valley, different high school groups, magicals, jazz ensembles. We also have Julia's Touch of Silver that will be performing. And we have those funny little people that will be taking the stage yet again.
And every time you guys mention that, I'm like, yeah, who are those funny little people? But that's actually their name.
Yes, that's actually their name, and they are little elves, and they sing and dance throughout our Eagle Hangar, and it's a great, great show, especially for the younger kids.
Oh yeah, they're a hit. And you listed all these other performances. It's such a great opportunity to see all of the talent come together and show off what they've got and what they've been working on all year.
Yeah, it's great. You really see the whole community come together, and you get to see a wide variety of different groups throughout the community perform in one location.
And are they performing all throughout the day, or is there kind of one specific time that you got to make sure you're there for?
Nope, they're performing throughout the entire day from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m.
Very cool. So a day full of entertainment, but that's not it. There's even more that you can do throughout the event. One of those things being watch some Christmas movies.
Yep, we'll have a variety of Christmas movies playing in our Skyscape Theater, so you can take a break from all the madness of the museum that day and sit in the theater and watch a 30-minute short Christmas film.
Oh, cool.
We also have different stations where we'll have new kid activities taking place, and we have the opportunity for children to write letters to Santa. And Santa even writes a letter back.
That is so cool. Oh my gosh, how neat. And of course, Santa's favorite snacks are going to be there as well.
Yes, how could we forget? We will be having cookies and milk as well.
And you're adding something really cool this year too with Santa, which is breakfast.
Absolutely. So before our official event kicks off at 10 a.m., we are hosting Breakfast with Santa from 8 a.m. until 9:30. We are selling tickets. You can check out our website, eaa.org/ChristmasInTheAir. And we will have, there's a link directly on there where you can purchase your tickets. Tickets are limited this year, so they're going quick already.
Yeah, get them while they're hot.
Yeah, get them while they're hot. During this breakfast, you can beat the crowds. You get to get your picture taken with Santa. We'll have an all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast, as well as a giveaway for everyone to take with them as they leave, a special exclusive giveaway. So tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for children 4 through 17, and children 3 and under are free.
Perfect. And you can find all this information on the EAA website.
Yep.
And then we have to mention, of course, the biggest part of the day is at noon. What happens then?
So after breakfast, Santa escapes to the North Pole for a little bit to regroup and get ready to fly in by helicopter at noon for everyone else to come meet him and sit on his lap.
That is so cool. And this photo is just awesome, too. We can see his beard through the front of the helicopter. And that must just be so cool for the kids to be able to see this and take part in this. And you can kind of build this event in with your annual family traditions for Christmas.
Absolutely. Last year the weather was perfect, so we had a huge crowd outside waiting for Santa to arrive, and he makes a couple different passes by on the helicopter, and then once he lands, you can see all the kids' faces just in awe. It's a different experience, and it's pretty neat. And then you can stand in line, and he'll take your special Christmas requests.
It's so cool. And this is an event, it's very different from the typical things that you see over at EAA. Why hold an event like this that is, free to the community and completely out there?
Yeah. Well, as you know, during AirVenture in the month at the end of July, we have over 500,000 people that come visit us. So this is EAA's way of giving back to the community to say thank you. Thank you for supporting us throughout AirVenture and throughout the entire year. So we want to do something nice for the community in return. That's why we host the free events. Come check it out.
Yeah, and you guys have things going on throughout the year that you can find on your calendar, on your website as well.
Yes.
And you're always giving awesome updates on Facebook too. So one last time, if you can just kind of recap when Christmas in the Air will be taking place and where.
Yep, sure. It's Saturday, December 3rd from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. taking place at the EAA AirVenture Museum.
Wonderful. Well, Caitlin, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been great having you, and we cannot wait to see Santa make his entrance via helicopter. So
hope to see you there.
We'll see us there.
All right.
Coming up next, the Oshkosh Senior Center has a very talented chorus called the Golden Tones. We're going to learn about their group coming up next and about their holiday concert too. We'll be right back.
Our climate is changing. Making a few changes around the office can cut carbon emissions. Shut off your computer, monitor, and other electronics when you're not using them. Turn off the lights in rooms you're not using. Recycle paper and plastic. Print on both sides of the paper. And buy office products that use recycled content. Reduce your carbon impact to the environment. Act now on climate change.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine. Whee!
Welcome back to Oshkosh Today, and thanks again for joining us. Now we are joined by our final guests of the show. We have the Oshkosh Senior Center here and the Golden Tones to tell us all about an upcoming holiday concert that they are preparing for. So I'd like to introduce Jane Wells from the Oshkosh Senior Center and Paula Steinert from the Golden Tones. So ladies, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
It's wonderful to have you. And Jane, it's great to have you on Oshkosh Today. You spend a lot of time in the studio for Senior Savvy, so it's kind of a different set, different look for you.
On the opposite side of the table,
exactly.
per se.
Yeah, well, it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Maybe you guys can give us just a description of the Golden Tones
for
those of us who aren't familiar with it.
Well, first I want to just introduce again Paula Steinert, who is our director of the Golden Tones. Very talented and dedicated person, and I'll let you share a little bit about the Golden Tones and
Sure.
who they are and what they do and all that other stuff.
The chorus is a 4-part chorus that currently we average between 35 and 40 members right now. Ages range from early 50s to our oldest gentleman who is 99. Wow. And is still a very active member of the bass section. This is a very, very hardworking group of people. We do concerts from September through July. And we have 2 big concerts at the Senior Center each year, one in the summer and of course the one coming up in December.
That's a lot going on with that
It
chorus.
is. We rehearse weekly, 90 minutes each week, and then we have on average 2 to 3 concerts per month, but sometimes it's 5 or 6, and of course December is always a very busy month.
And you perform throughout the community.
We do. Our main mission is outreach for assisted living facilities, senior centers, nursing homes, that type of thing. But we've had a lot of opportunities with community groups too. We do wedding anniversaries. We've done a funeral. We do groups like the 20th Century Club, Advocap. We've got a concert coming up with the retired teachers luncheon. So it's really branched out into a lot of different community opportunities. We're very blessed.
So you have a very committed group.
They are extremely committed.
Right. And they are all volunteers, you know, like Paula said, who practice and do these outreach concerts. But the thing that's really neat about them is the variety of music and talent that's within that group. They are a lot of fun to listen to, and it's beautiful music. It really is. And Paula, a lot of that credit goes to her with her talent and what she shares with the chorus.
Well, and the neat thing too is that we have singers that have never been in a chorus before, and we have singers that read music and are in several choruses. So it's a wide variety of talent levels, but they all support each other and work together, and that's just a really neat.
Which has got to be like one of the coolest parts too. I
It
think,
is, right?
Is that you know they're accepting of everybody, and you know all skill levels. You don't have to be a professional opera singer or anything like that to be a part of the chorus.
Right.
And you know, is there ever any openings or anything for people who might be interested and you know willing to make that kind of a commitment?
Always.
Yeah.
Always. And I can't say this without mentioning our male members of the chorus they're always looking for more men to join the group. They're a little outnumbered these days, but
Right. So if somebody is interested, they can just give me a call at the Oshkosh Senior Center, and it's 232-5308, and that's a direct line right to me.
Perfect.
But what we're really excited to tell you about is something we have coming up December 10th.
Yes, our holiday concert is on Saturday, December 10th. And we have to promote that it's on a Saturday this year because we've always been doing them on Sunday afternoons.
Oh, okay.
But we were affected this year by the Green Bay Packers schedule.
Oh,
imagine that.
Packers.
We know better than to mess with that. So our concert this year is on Saturday, December 10th at the Senior Center North Building on Campbell Road.
And this is the big one.
This is the big one.
This is the big one.
It's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll open the doors about 1:30 or so. And, you know, we fill up Kiwanis Hall with lots of people coming to join in. But it really does help to get you into the spirit of Christmas and in the mood of Christmas. And I don't know if you want to share any of the music at all, or...
There's a wide variety. This year, actually, we have several pieces that will be probably new to a lot of the audience. Some will feature some guest instrumentalists. Marshall Potter is joining us again at this concert to do the piano work. We have some solos, duets, and then we have some familiar things like White Christmas and Mary Did You Know and
Those
Jesu
ones
Bambino.
that give you goosebumps.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
So it's going to be a wide mix of music.
What a cool opportunity, because Christmas is really you know you get the feeling of Christmas, and I think the biggest thing is music. You know those Christmas songs, that's what really does it for a lot of people.
Right. I do want to mention that there is no charge to come to the concert.
That's going to be my next
We do
question.
pass the basket and ask for a free will offering, but we do not charge an admission price. So it really is available to anybody who can make it on in and join
it's
us.
a great opportunity for the whole family to come too.
It is, yes.
All ages. It's you know there's no age limit or minimum for you to be able to enjoy such wonderful talent.
Right.
Really
exactly.
Great. And we got a couple minutes left. So Jane, I know we wanted to talk about the Friends of the Oshkosh Senior Center,
who
really make all of the programming possible.
Yes, exactly. And they are a great supporter of the Golden Tones at the Oshkosh Senior Center. And so this time of year, the appeal goes out from lots of different organizations. You know, if you have extra, you know, please share. And the Friends of the Oshkosh Senior Center are no different. So I just encourage people to be watching for the appeal letter, or if for whatever reason, you can just bring your, you know, donation or your support for the Friends of the Oshkosh Senior Center into the Senior Center. But without the Friends, programs like the Golden Tones would not exist at the Senior Center. So we're very appreciative of the Friends.
Yes, and the Senior Center is such a wonderful resource in our community, and I think they go underappreciated sometimes.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
So it's great to have you guys come in and kind of tell us what you've been up to. And I know
Yep.
the chorus is so wonderful, and that's only one part of what the Senior Center has to offer. So,
Right.
Jane, where can we go to learn more about the Senior Center as a whole?
Well, you know, we have the Facebook page, so look us up on Facebook. I encourage anybody to come on in. We'll be happy to give tours and share our programming and what we have going on, or try to, if they have an interest in volunteering, we have lots of opportunities to do that as well, and we can plug you into different areas of need that we have.
So wonderful. So once more, Paula, maybe you can just give us the date, time, and location of the holiday concert for the Golden Tones.
It's Saturday, December 10th at 2 p.m. Doors will open by 1:30.
Right.
Admission is free. There will be donations gladly accepted, and refreshments following.
And this is at our north building, we should clarify
Yes.
that. So the old Do It Center.
And the
as
parking
everyone
lot's all
says.
done, so it'll be ready to rock.
It is. It's ready to go.
Wonderful. Well, best of luck, Paula, in your
Thank you.
preparations,
Thank you.
and Jane, you too. Thank you
Thanks,
both so
Emily.
much for coming and telling us all about it.
Great. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Coming up next, we're going to take a few minutes to focus on health. So if you're looking for a new option to improve your appearance a little bit, maybe just a little aesthetic tweak, our friends over at Aurora Medical Center might be able to help you. Let's take a look at plastic surgery as we focus on health.
This Focus on Health segment is brought to you by Aurora Healthcare.
Hello and welcome to Focus on Health. I'm Ted Stefaniak. Today we're going to be speaking with Dr. Elizabeth O'Connor. She's a plastic surgeon from the Bay Care Clinic in Green Bay, but she also comes to Oshkosh to the Aurora Medical Center. Today we're going to be talking about plastic surgery and some of the options she has available. Well, thank you for joining us today. It's been a while since we've had a chance to talk to a plastic surgeon on Focus on Health. Let's just start a little bit talking about some of the surgeries that you do perform.
Well, a lot of people know about cosmetic surgery, and that's what kind of people see in the news, but we do a lot of reconstructive surgery. So the cosmetic surgery are things like facelifts, eye lifts, tummy tucks, breast augmentation, but some of the reconstructive things that people don't know about, we treat a lot of skin cancers, breast reductions. I also do a lot of breast cancer reconstruction.
Okay, well, let's break some of those down. Let's start with the cancer patients that have skin cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Take us through what would happen if you do have skin cancer, you need to have that removed. Is that something that you diagnose, or does a person have to go through dermatology first?
Well, we work hand in hand with dermatology. Some of our patients are sent to us after having found out they had cancer from dermatology. Other patients come to us with suspicious areas and they have us sample those areas. We can work really either way. But once we diagnose cancer, especially if it's on a sensitive area, on the face, on the hands, areas that might be cosmetically sensitive, they send them to plastic surgery to help us remove the cancer and then close it in a way that doesn't have a lot of scarring or doesn't have functional problems.
When a person goes through that surgery, what's the recovery time like?
It's usually pretty minimal. Most of the skin cancer surgeries can be done in the clinic. So these are done with the patient awake and the area has been numbed up. And the recovery is pretty quick. You can go back to really your regular activities, regular work, sporting activities the next day.
Okay. And then some of the other surgeries you were talking about, such as breast reduction, augmentation, what's the best way to proceed with that? Would a person go see their primary care provider first, or would they be best off coming to you?
Well, for any of the cosmetic surgeries, we always offer free cosmetic consultations, and we can sit down with people and just look at what their goals are and make an individualized plan. It really varies person to person on what they're looking for and how we can meet that, and there's a variety of surgical and non-surgical options. If it's something more reconstructive, a breast reduction, a skin cancer, we typically have those sent from their primary care provider to us, and that allows for the referral system. and then we can evaluate it and let you know if you're a candidate. Some of the non-surgical options that we might find for people involve injections, Botox, fillers. We also have treatments for spider veins, which involves an injection in clinic also.
Wow, you have a lot of different services to offer patients. When a person's trying to decide, you know, do I need to have plastic surgery? I mean, that's a very personal choice. Is that something that you take some time with the patient to discuss exactly whether it's needed or how you go about that and what the results might be?
Yeah, we really like to sit down with patients, and that's why there's the free cosmetic consultation. There's so many things to offer, so we like to sit down with everybody and really see what's their endpoint, what's their goal, what really is concerning them, and then go through the breadth of what we have to offer, whether it's injectables, skincare, or surgery, and we just can kind of figure out what works in their life at this time and what's going to meet their goals.
In your department, of course, you're a plastic surgeon, but you also have some help in your office as well.
Yes, we have a nurse injector. She's a certified plastic surgery nurse, and she's been doing injections for over 10 years. She offers Botox and fillers, which most people have heard of. Also, she does sclerotherapy, which is injections for spider veins on the legs. And then one of the cool new things that we're offering is Kybella. It's actually an enzyme that's injected underneath the chin, and it does a neck lift, and it's really very effective at tightening up underneath the neck.
Is that just a one-time injection, or is that a series of injections?
People typically are 1 to 2 injections to get good results.
Okay. Now, you also have something called a mommy makeover. What's a mommy makeover?
So a mommy makeover is something that's kind of been popularized in the media, but it really refers to restoring a woman's body after having a baby. So we address the things that are affected by childbearing. That's breast growth or loosening of the breast skin, and then the loosening of the skin in the abdomen. So it typically involves a breast augmentation or lift, combined at the same time as having a tummy tuck and possibly liposuction. And so the benefit is you have one surgery, one downtime, and you get multiple procedures that day. So it really is just kind of restoring those things that change after having children.
So whether it's the injections or the mommy makeover, is that something that a patient would come and consult with you immediately, or are you checking with your primary care provider first?
No, people can just call our office directly and come in for a free cosmetic consultation. There's no need to have a referral through the primary care office. We can be reached and scheduled directly.
Okay, now we talked about the mommy makeover. Let's talk about I don't think you have a daddy makeover, no. But you do help out men, so let's get into this.
Men do have cosmetic surgery. We have a lot of male patients. Most typically, eye lifts, facelifts are very common. We also offer gynecomastia treatment for males that have breast enlargement. This typically happens after the teenage years or later in life in the 60s or so when hormones change. And so we do offer gynecomastia removal also.
All right, so a lot of things for me to think about and some of you at home as well. So a lot of great information. Now, you've been around for a while. Tell us a little bit about when you started and how long you've been here.
I've been up here since 2014. I'm a board certified plastic surgeon, and I also have specialty training in breast surgery. That's cosmetic and reconstructive breast surgery, and that's kind of where my expertise is, but I also do the full spectrum of plastic surgery, and we treat a full spectrum of ages from infants up to elderly people, whether it's congenital things like ear tags for little babies or little skin lesions, birthmarks on children, up to skin cancers in older people.
All right, well, you're doing a lot of great work. We appreciate you taking some time with us today.
Thank you.
A lot of great information today. Now, if you are considering plastic surgery or you have some questions about these procedures, you can always give us a call here at Aurora Medical Center in Oshkosh at 303-8700. I'm Ted Stefaniak, and we'll see you next time on Focus on Health.
This Focus on Health segment has been brought to you by Aurora Healthcare.
All right, thanks, Ted. That's going to do it for this episode of Oshkosh Today. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you tune into Life TV for all of your community programming and search for Oshkosh Media on Facebook or YouTube for exciting news and updates, as well as videos of your favorite programs. Make sure to follow City of Oshkosh at City of Oshkosh on Twitter to receive down-to-the-minute updates about what's going on in our city. And you can also listen to Oshkosh Today and other programs on the radio at 101.9 Oshkosh FM, which is also streaming online and on the TuneIn Radio app for mobile devices. For more information about Oshkosh Media, programming schedules, and video on demand, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. And of course, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, you can email me at emakowski@ci.oshkosh.wi.us. As always, thanks so much for joining us on Oshkosh Today, and we'll see you next time.
Oshkosh Today was supported in part by the Friends of OCM. And Aurora Healthcare, 855 Northwest Haven Drive. Set design provided by House of Flowers, 1920 Algoma Boulevard. Oshkosh Today.